discussed the other day how I'm doing all this myself, and a lot of straps. So the straps here I can use to level a lot of the walls with, pull walls straight before I nail them in. That's what I'm doing right now. So above me here, I'm putting in my floor joists for the second floor, and this closet area here is pretty much just floating there. It can just shake back and forth. The only that's going to really tie it in is going to be those floor joists. So because it's just me out here, I can use this strap, hook it across onto there, and just ratchet it until it's level, which now it is level. So up above, I've already tacked in this side along that header, and now I'm going to go across. Now that this wall is level, I can tack in on there, and then I can tack in on this back side as well. But a lot of straps. I've got, I think, 4 straps out here, and there's been times when I've used every single one, pulling this way, pulling that way, just to make sure things are level and straight. Do what you gotta do. So because I was starting from this side over here, you could go, so you don't get off, like, okay, well, I'm 16 inches here, and then I'm 16 inches here, and then I'm 16 inches here. But what happens is each one of these, the distance, the width from each side is supposed to be 3.5 on these particular floor joists. They might be a little off. They may be swollen. There may be a split in it. There may be a burr in it, which is pushing your tape measure out a 1/16 of an inch. Well, 1/16 of an inch times 1, 2, 3, I've got probably more than 16 up here. I could be off an inch or more by the time I get to the other side. So the first one I measured was out there, 16, 16, 16. This one is not right because I'm sitting on it and it's not nailed down yet, so that's a bad example. Right there, 16. That one right there is at 16 on center, and so forth. So by measuring from the same one every single time, you're going to ensure that all your joists are going to line up exactly where you want it to be. And that's the same for when you're doing your wall. You need to measure from the same spot every single time. Just so people think I'm not lying when I'm saying I do all this myself. Cutting the 38 footers down to size. Those are the last 2 I'm going to put up today. I may take some 40s and just throw them up there and try and cut them up there, because this is a royal pain right now. But so I've got a little support post out there, skid steer holding them up, trying to drag them down and cut them here and push them back. Then I'm going to back up, see if I can't get the ends up on the edge here, and then I'll take the skid steer and push them this way. Hope I can get them up on there okay. Yeah, they're really heavy. I muscled these guys up. Those are 18 feet 9 inches, and I don't know how much they weigh, but I dropped one twice, so pretty heavy. Anyways, I am stupid enough to do all this stuff myself. Well, using the skid steer got them up that far. That's as far as I can push them. I forgot pretty good. I just barely had enough space to get them up there. Luckily, the ground slopes up, so just barely got them on top. Was able to wiggle them over about 3 feet or so, laid them on the ground at an angle, and then I took my forks, picked this one up, and then, because this one over here is shorter, I was able to scoop that up, raise them up, and then slowly push them in. And that's as far as I can go. I'm about ready to hit that far wall there, where I could probably push them a little farther. So now the very painful part is getting up there and moving them. Yeah. So here's my top view. So this wall looks crooked at the end there, but this shorter joist here is what's going to nail into that and straighten it out. There's a beam that goes where it pops up at, from there over to there, and that's where these little extensions will be. Not quite there yet. So now the fun part of playing Spider Monkey and walking along the top of walls to get this done And the fact that it's windy today is always nice. But luckily I've never been very afraid of heights, so this doesn't concern me much. Alright, I gotta use both hands. This actually didn't go in too bad, just a lot of walking back and forth. So I gotta go down there, measure that, come down here, measure this, go down there, check it again, make sure I'm flush with the end, make sure I'm flush with the end down here, which I'm actually not, because for some reason got cut a little short, which is weird because I measured it before I did it. Anyways. Oh. No, that should be level. Anyways, once I come up here, it actually slid pretty easily into place. So now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 10 40-footers to put up here. And I don't know why, when you order engineered lumber, usually it's exactly 40 feet. I haven't measured it yet, but I measured the 20-footers and they were actually 20 feet 1 inch, which I understand they do that so you cut pieces off. I get it, but it's a real pain in the ass because now when I unband those, I may have to cut an inch off every single one of them. Let's see if I can't get some of these 40-footers up here resting, and then tomorrow I can just come here and knock it out. I'm going to try to come from that side, but I don't think I can get up high enough. Actually, there's no way I can, because there's no way I'm going to be able to make it through there with them. So I'm going to have to do it the same way I did these, which is going to be to put them lengthwise on it, basically back up, put one end on here, and then push them up. I can probably only do 2 at a time, maybe 4. I probably shouldn't push it. But it's really nice to be up here because I guess what my view is going to be and my sunsets are going to be. Eventually we'll have a pond out there. I want to trim up these trees to the south so I can see the field. They planted corn. It's already a couple inches tall now. Just once they finally got in the ground, it was about 4 or 5 days, and now it's already probably 3 inches tall. Get a nice view from there. The house will eventually be over there, and I think our master bedroom is going to be on this corner, and we can look back to the barns and look that way. And the house we just sold, the master bedroom, was on the southwest corner and just got baked in the afternoons. That room was so hot, so we're trying to avoid that in this build. But time's short. I want to get those 40-footers up here and go home.